Thank you, Dr. Kara. Good afternoon. My name is Shalin Shah. I'm CEO of Marius Pharmaceuticals, the makers of Kizotrex, an FDA-approved oral testosterone. It is refreshing to see the FDA take a clear and objective look at testosterone after years of misconception. Testosterone deficiency is a disease amplifier. There is an androgen receptor on nearly every organ in our body, and our body should not be devoid of this critical hormone. Pre-label changes in 2015, clinicians could treat testosterone deficiency without having to specifically identify the driver, similar to most major diseases we treat today. If a patient has high blood pressure, we treat it. High A1C, we treat it. Low vitamin D, a hormone, we treat it. There is no medical or scientific reason to treat testosterone deficiency any differently, especially when we know it increases all-cause mortality. This is not a lifestyle drug. To better help clinicians and patients drive health outcomes, the agency can accelerate an approval of a broader umbrella indication demonstrating testosterone deficiency as an adjunct to comorbid metabolic disease. There is significant data and recognized mechanisms to make this shift. A massive case study is actually unfolding before our eyes. Close to 20% of American adults have tried or are on GLP-1 drugs. Shockingly, 40% of this weight loss that occurs is lean muscle. And as we've heard Commissioner McCary speak before, muscle equals longevity. While Big Pharma spends tens of billions of dollars on experimental treatments with unknown side effects, we have a simple solution right in front of us: testosterone. We need to fast-track an approval to use testosterone alongside GLP-1s in order to prevent a frailty crisis. When Marius launched Kizotrex, we actually launched it as a cash-only model with a direct-to-patient core philosophy. And we did this because our traditional medical system wasn't built for access or preventive care. If we care about future health, we cannot let clinical care be dictated by insurance companies. We need the support of the government to help drive a better framework for these decisions. The first part of this framework is testing. Most men struggle with their doctors to get a simple testosterone level done. And while there's a good case for screening all men, we should certainly be screening men with any metabolic dysfunction, including depression. The U.S. Preventive Task Force should implement mandatory coverage to support this framework. The other part of this access framework is treatment. Again, a concept that cannot be left to payers and PBMs. There are many forms of testosterone, including safe and effective oral capsules like Kizotrex, which can help solve this problem at scale, but we know the most effective treatment will be the one that a patient can adhere to. Starting with a national coverage determination from Medicare, which all commercial insurers should follow, coverage of all testosterone formulations should be equal and agnostic, so patients and providers can make the best clinical choices for that individual. HHS should also consider testosterone therapy as an essential health benefit in order to reduce barriers. Marius does pledge it will continue a most favored nation policy to support these government initiatives. Descheduling also plays a critical role in this access equation. Testosterone has lower abuse potential than caffeine, yet is regulated more tightly than cannabis in half of this country. Today, our healthcare system is an unsustainable house of cards. We need to utilize preventive therapies like testosterone, not only to produce better health outcomes, but to save healthcare costs. In the VA, normalization of testosterone in over 80,000 hypogonadal men was associated with a 56% lower all-cause mortality and meaningful reductions in heart attacks and strokes. If you apply these reductions to 1 million high-risk men, you're talking on the order of $5 billion in MI and stroke costs alone that can be saved. Medicare is now covering 30 million men, and the best data estimates at least 10 million of these men are hypogonadal, many with diabetes, heart disease, and elevated cancer risk. If we simply identify through testing and treat about half of these high-risk men with physiologic testosterone using the same risk reductions we've already seen in VA cohorts, T4DM, and the Lopez Cancer Study, a conservative model suggests on the order of $16 billion in Medicare savings over 5 years. This doesn't count frailty, falls, dementia, productivity, and other benefits. The point is, for Medicare and our healthcare system, low testosterone is not a cosmetic issue. It's a multi-billion-dollar preventative care opportunity. The FDA, with its global leadership on healthcare standards, has the opportunity to drive a framework that can impact 500 million men and women globally who need testosterone and hormone therapy. This is a brighter health future. Thank you.